Hey there, my name is Jacob Titus. I'm going to be talking today about the prehistory of art of specifically in East Asia, so talking about Eastern China, Japan, and Korea, talking about these people, how they advanced, and then how their art advanced with them. I think that art is one of the most fascinating things you can look at since humans are really the only animals on Earth that express ourselves through creativity, at least through artwork and other things like that. I really don't have much time, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right on into this. To start things off, who am I talking about? In China, I'm going to be talking about the Yangshao people and the Shang dynasty. In Japan, I'm going to be talking about the Sanai Maruyama site, as well as the late Jomon people. There's not a specific culture that I'll be talking about here, but I'll just be talking about more about the people as a whole, what they did, what their people were making at the time, and how you can recognize them. And then finally, in Korea, I'm going to be talking about the Amsadong people. You can see when all these cultures existed right here through the times that I've provided. So to start things off, I'm going to talk about the Yangshao people. As you can see here, this is the Zhongjai settlement, and they existed along the Yellow River in northern China, almost in Mongolia, from around 5000 BCE to 3000 BCE. They're very small scale. They used very small houses with fire pits in the middle. They kept mainly dogs and pigs as livestock, hunted for the rest, and they used stone tools for their small scale agriculture. They really did not farm much. They just had some livestock, but mainly hunted and foraged for the rest of their food. They also practiced small scale sericulture, which is the harvesting and processing of silk. So if you can see their artwork, they specialized in silk and pottery work. Their pottery is recognizable by their geometric designs, their red and white paint, as well as black, their red clay, and they typically had geometric designs, animals, or human faces, as you can see on the right here. Made by hand, which means they did not use any wheels or anything. They also use silk and hemp for clothing. Very, very fascinating. So Amsadong, which is our next site, believed to be the first Neolithic people in Korea. They existed from 4000 to 3000 BCE. It is thought through radiocarbon dating. Like the other site, they are a very small scale settlement. They use mainly thatch and straw for their houses. Specialized stone tools. Again, they did not quite have metal at this time. And they developed advanced farming and hunting tools like fishing nets. They lived off the land with fish a lot, as well as acorns and other plants that would have grown during the time um, for their food. So in terms of Ansadong artwork, it's recognizable by its hexagonal designs. They specialize mainly in pottery work. It's specifically called comb patterns, which is these little thatch marks that you can see in both of their pieces, as well as their conical shape that you can see in their pieces, which is very distinct shape and style for these people. They are also likely made by hand without a wheel. Next, we've got the Sanai Maruyama site. This existed in modern-day Aomori, Japan, from 3900 to 2300 BCE. This is one of the largest cultures that we'll be talking about, with over 500 dwellings. They were semi-nomadic up until around 2900 BCE, when you can see that they settled down and they started building these longhouses that you can see on the left. They traded with other cultures and people for goods and resources like precious rocks and minerals, as you can see in their artwork here. So specialized in pottery and jewelry, actually. Thought to be the first people in the area to discover pottery, according to my research. And then you can see here their pottery is recognized by its intricate and advanced designs. They also used bone carvings, woven baskets, clothes, jade and obsidian. The jade and obsidian is not actually native to the area that they lived, but they actually traded for this. So this shows that they're starting to advance as a culture, which is helping to advance their art. Next, we have the late Jomon people. These existed between the Hokkaido region and the Ryukyu Islands from around 2470 to 500 BCE. Increasing relations with Korea actually brought them farming tools as well as bronze and iron. So this is where we're going to first start seeing them using metal, specifically instead of stone tools. Like the other site, they traded a lot with other cultures for goods, such as precious stones, which they used in their specialized pottery and jewelry. As you can see, they have very intricate designs on their pottery, as well as very intricate human sculptures. Awesome. So finally, we're going to talk about the Shang dynasty. They existed in a large part of northeastern China from about 1600 to 1046. They heralded the Bronze Age into China, and they made great advances in military, astronomy, art, and math. They developed solar calendars and also numerical. As you can see, their artwork here became much more interesting during the time. They specialized in new forms of sculpting and bronze casting, which allowed them to create much more intricate patterns. They also used many precious stones like jade, as well as metalwork like bronze to create these beautiful, intricate pieces of art. Yeah, I don't have much time, so I'm really have to cut this short. I apologize. I really would love to talk about this more. But as you can hopefully see through the short time that I had to present you this, as cultures advance technologically and started to communicate with each other, you can clearly see that they develop their artwork as well. Artwork is an integral part of human evolution, and I think it's really important to recognize how much art advances as humans advance, and how important it is to have art represent a society. I could talk about this for literally an hour, but I've already gone over my 5-minute time limit. So I really hope that you enjoyed this. And if you'd like to know more, definitely just let me know. I could literally talk about this forever. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Just for reference, these are the sources that I use. They're all great sources, and they provided me with a ton of information, so please feel free to check them out. They provide so much information, and they're really, really, really great ways to learn more about all these sites that I talked about if you're interested in learning more, other than just in this very short time that I have to tell you about them. So yeah, if you want to look at those, go ahead, just pause the video, and you can access the links that I have provided. Yeah, thank you again so much. I really, really hope you enjoyed.